How many kids do you think you could fight?
How old are they?
At once or consecutively?
Let's say they're coming at you in a line.
In a line, one at a time?
I don't know.
You're in a hallway, and I don't know, a bunch of 5th, 6th graders are coming at you.
5th and 6th graders?
Yeah.
Dangerous.
10 and 11, give or take.
How wide is the hallway?
Do I have all my police gear?
So, what do you mean, do you have all
Is Todd just fucking going at him or what?
Pistol and the taser.
So, the hallway is how many feet wide?
About 4 feet.
4 feet wide, narrow hallway.
Wow.
It is narrow.
Are there lockers
And
you can
what
shove
are the
them
walls and...
Absolutely.
in? Okay.
So
This is
the
good.
walls are lockers, and what is the floor made of?
Lava.
Jello.
And I think we all got bigger problems.
No, it's
Than the
easy peasy.
swarm
As
of
long as they
11th
can't
graders.
push you, just
Yeah,
fucking
you
into
can
the lava, into the lava, into
Climb
the lava.
on the kids on top of the lockers, and then you just gotta wait them out.
Yeah, but kids are vicious, man. They'll wait.
Yeah.
In the lava.
Who knows, man?
Okay, well, I digress. I could kill a bunch of fucking 4th and 5th graders, 6th and 7th graders. What was it? It doesn't matter.
5th
8th grade and below, I can kill a bunch of them.
Oh, God.
Below.
Here's what I do. I'm going to be honest with you. I open one locker, and then I just crack it so that I can take the locker off, and then we're just boom,
You're not
face,
strong enough
boom,
to do
face, boom, face. It's called leverage, Scotty. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't need to be strong. I just need to throw all my weight into it. Ayo.
Ayo.
You know, with all the school shootings these days,
And the FBI knocks down our doors.
We're in
it's not
Canada.
something we want to be
All right,
associated with this
we're not
pod.
including.
FBI, open up.
You think the FBI won't come to Canada for a threat like this? They absolutely will.
They're
like,
listening right now.
Everybody delete the first 10 minutes of this recording.
No, they've
no.
already listened, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I am joined here by our players. We have Dabble Dob Doppet.
Ayo.
Wizard, how's it going, Dabble Dob?
Fantastic. Early morning, ready to get it started.
Early morning, rare to go, some would say.
Rare to go.
Okay, we are also joined by Greg Rock, the Destroyer of Worlds. How's it going, Greg Rock?
Great.
Great. That's all you got?
I've been up for hours and I'm ready to get this started.
Okay, so you're excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Destroyer of Worlds or Rocker of Worlds?
He rocks my world.
Yeah, I rock it to destruction.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite rants of Tyson McKay was Dabble Cock and his fucking sex wizard. Sex robot, damn it. Whatever. And we are also joined by Tyson McKay, Planeswalker extraordinaire. Tyson, how's it going?
Good, man. You know, besides being blind.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Get
definitely not
over
the
it.
best thing that could have.
You're right, I'm over it. That's what I needed. Tough love.
It's good. Sometimes that's the mouse folk way, is to give tough love, and well, it's working, obviously. We are also joined by Fievel Mazentrov. Fievel, how is it going?
Pretty good. You know, I'm excited to be out on the sea. They call me the old salt out there, so
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the listeners need to know this.
It's
These
a,
guys know they're going on a ship.
a
to the
sailor
islands.
that has a great deal of experience out at sea.
Oh, I'm aware of what an old salt is. If you think I didn't do my research on ship terminology and slang, you're sorely mistaken. But no, this guy, first thing he says as we get on the call, get ready, because I've learned a bunch of terminology and pirate slang for these episodes. Also, you guys know the ship that you're on isn't a ship of pirates, right? Like Ari the Gambler is.
Not yet.
Okay. So it looks like we might have mutiny to look forward to. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct. Our players are making their way to Malvista, or if they're already in Malvista, fantastic. They're making their way to the docks. As we are about to begin our journey to the Cobalt Isles, we are going to start things off with Dabblecock and the sex robot.
Alrighty.
Last we left you guys, you had been hanging out with your boy at the Griffins and Gargoyles magic shop.
Yes, we have.
August Battle Branch. You guys were just walking out of the store. Now you guys have an evening in Malvista, so what I wanted to do was, see what it is that you guys wanted to do with your last night on mainland before you head out to sea.
I gotta get my sea legs ready. I don't know how I'm gonna do that,
Yeah, I
Drink
got
a lot of
nothing
water.
for you.
Drink a lot of water.
but drink a lot of water.
You could just You could just use one of those elliptical machines for like 6 hours. You get off there pretty wobbly. That's the only thing I got
But my
for you.
legs, I'd have to get like a customized one because my legs are just a wee too short.
Also,
They'd also have to make elliptical machines.
Easy peasy. I'm a wizard, man. I can do it. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, the saying is shop till you drop, and I haven't dropped yet, so I'm going to spin around and go right back in and do more shopping.
okay, so the bell over top of Griffins and Gargoyles just dingled as you walked your way out, and you are turning right back around.
Yeah, well, I know this has not been a lot of time in-game. But
No, it's been seconds.
I've been thinking of this for months.
Okay, so you walk back into Griffins and Gargoyles, and Bogus slams his hand down on the table and he says, "What is it that I can help you with now?"
Bogus, I'm here to make your night. I noticed.
That could mean
You want to
something very
rephrase
different.
that?
Yeah, Fievel, can I get a nautical translation for "here to make your night"?
You just called him a son of a biscuit eater, and I don't think that's gonna go well.
Plus 100 experience points, Fievel. I'm glad that you're really getting into the sea way. So Bogus did ask you what it is that you're looking to achieve. What are you doing back here?
Well, I think I'll be ready to part ways with the Dragon Tooth Maul that I've been carrying around.
Since we spoke a few minutes ago, you seemed pretty against giving up the Dragon Tooth Maul.
Well, it's because I didn't hear a price I liked, but I'm thinking we might be able to come to an agreement.
So he eyes the Dragon Tooth Maul on your back and he says, "So what kind of price were you thinking?"
As he's saying that, I'll take it off my back and put it on the table so he can get a good look at what he...
Okay, it very loudly clunks on the table.
Yeah.
It's a adult or older dragon's tooth. And as he inspects it, he says, puts his finger against the tip of the dragon's tooth, smelling his finger for a second and then wiping it off on his clothes. He says, "Yeah, it's a black dragon's tooth."
I know that someone of your caliber can fetch a pretty good penny for.
If I had the right buyer, a weapon like this could go for 90. It's quite old.
I know you can get more for it than that.
Perhaps I could get more for it, but I'd be taking a damn risk.
A risk that's gonna pay out well in
So what is it
your
that
favor.
So what's your magic number then? Because it's a handsome piece.
It is. I figured that we could do a bit of a trade.
And what items did you have in mind? What are you looking for?
Well, part of the funds or part of the trade would be the slime which I just purchased. So you don't have to worry about that note of mark. You can just rip that up. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like with this adventure, Dabble Dob and I could use just a couple more things from your wares.
Dabble Dob's face is killing me. Just super stoked. Okay.
More items from your wares. Both of us are pretty tricked out at the moment, but we might have room for another ring or two.
If you're looking for rings, I do have a couple nice pieces in stock.
Yeah, to help you narrow it down here, preferably anything to do with AC or health.
Okay. So he thinks for a moment and then walks over to a glass case, which has many different rings with small, tiny, like toe tags attached to them with their names on them. He pulls out two separate rings. One is in a scrawling script marked the Ring of the Champion, and the other is marked the Underfoot Ring. He places the Ring of the Champion in front of you, Greg Rock, and he places the Underfoot Ring in front of you, Dabble Dob.
Great, we'll take it.
So he explains the Ring of the Champion first, as he says, "This bright silver ring was created for a champion long ago to heal him in battle. When you are healed by any effect, you may roll hit dice as well to heal, as if you'd taken a rest."
That sounds
That's pretty
great.
sick.
That's, dare I say, exactly what I'm looking for.
And he looks over to you, Dabble Dob, and he says, "The Underfoot Ring is a small steel ring. It appears plain and dull compared to the Ring of the Champion, but don't be concerned. What this ring lacks in luster, it makes up for in muster, my friend."
Just like Dabble Dob.
Yes, sir.
There is an engraving of a large circle and a smaller circle within that circle on this ring, and he says, "This ring grants you a +2 bonus to your AC against attacks made by a creature at least one size category larger than yourself. As just a wee fella, this could be quite useful.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Yeah, everyone's a little
much.
bigger than me, so
There are tiny creatures in D&D, but I mean,
We don't waste
I don't-
our time fighting them. We just
Yeah.
bribe them with cookies.
I step on them.
however, I feel the need to tell you that any attack made against you by a creature at least one size smaller than you has a +2 bonus on their roll.
Easy peasy. I don't care.
So he looks to the both of you and he says, the ring of the champion goes for 38.5. And the underfoot ring, I'd let go for 40.
Okay, so how about this? You rip up that original note of mark I gave you for slime.
Done, he says as he rips it up.
This is why I like you, boys.
Wait, never mind. I changed my mind.
All right, so you rip that up. I'll give you the Dragon Tooth Maul for slime, those 2 rings, and then we'll write you a new note of mark because I believe that's a little higher on our end. We'll write you a new note of mark for 40,000.
I'll tell you what, you're both good customers of mine. Spent a good amount of coin in my shop. You write me a note of mark for 30 and we'll call it a deal.
Wow, an even better deal.
Damn, I love
Buckets.
it.
What are you doing tonight?
Me, myself, my boy, I'm having a few drinks. One of my favorite establishments.
Dabble Dob drinks.
A lot.
More than he should.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're up for a good dwarven pub, there's one in the Lower East Side.
Might meet you there.
So he nods and he says, the note of mark, and I'll let you walk away with the rings and slime.
I write him his new note of mark for 30,000.
Fantastic. He, not sensually, but he's very interested in this dragon tooth maul, so he takes that almost like he's holding a child and kind of walks it to the back and says, you can let yourselves out.
All right, thanks, Bodges. See you later.
He's gonna do dirty things to that.
I hope so.
Okay, for more dealings with Bogus Battle Branch, I'm going to hand you guys each 500 experience points. And the cool night air hits you right in the face on your way out the door. The small bell overhead ringing, and the smells and sounds of Malvista at night greet you as you walk onto the street.
Okay. You want to head to the pub? You can have dinner. We can have some drinks with Bogus, and then get ready for the ship in the morning.
Sounds good. They better have, if I remember correctly, firewater.
Yeah, dwarven fire water, yes they do.
That's
Yeah,
good shit right there.
Okay, so our
we're gonna do
adventurers Dabble Dob and Gregory are on their way to the lower east side of Malvista, heading towards a dwarven pub with the hopes of meeting their very good friend Bogus Battle Branch. It's at this point that we're going to switch things over to our 2 other fantastic players.
Sorry.
So you got something you want to say?
No. I just choked a little bit.
No,
Choke
no. Come out with it.
No, I think I'm good.
Oh god, you guys really know how to make a tight-knit team that cooperates, works together, loves each other.
Hey, I love him. I never said I didn't love him.
Fair enough, you did not say that. Okay, we are moving things along to Tyson McKay and Fievel Mazentrov. Now, last we left you guys, you were mounting the Drake and beginning to fly towards Malvista. Is this correct?
That is correct.
It is. Yeah. Let's get flying.
Fantastic. Okay.
Onwards, Chopper.
Okay, so Chomper grumbles but does not respond with words. And it's Tyson McKay who's riding shotgun, correct?
Yes.
Sure.
Chomper launches himself into the air and has a huge Drake who's very strong. His wings batter and make lots of sound as he ascends into the sky. It is colder up here, but Fievel Mazentrov, you're obviously a mouse with a lot of fur and a lot of extra folds of skin from your wings, so you're nice and toasty. But Tyson, you do notice it's a little bit cold up in the upper tiers of the sky.
Oh my god, I'm freezing to death.
Tyson, give me your blanket.
What blanket?
That thing that you have in your hands.
What do I have in my hands? I don't actually know.
Yes, I'm confused too.
You took off Rogar, you idiot. Just because you're blind doesn't mean you're stupid, okay?
I think I put it in my pack. I'll grab it. And I don't think it's a blanket. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong now, I believe it's like a sigil cloth.
I'll correct you. No, I'm just kidding. No, you are correct. It is a sigil. So the cloth is roughly 8 to 10 inches in width, and it's nearly 4 feet long.
So by no means a blanket, right?
No, by no means a blanket. No.
Okay.
Should
And I
cover
didn't know you had
some
it
of his body
in
up.
your hands. So, I knew you had it, but I just didn't know you were manhandling it.
No, I mean, when I looted Rogar's body,
Use the word looted.
gently,
Oh God.
Oh God, Rogar's gone.
yeah, I took a lot of his stuff, and one of the things was that sigil cloth. So, I'm gonna do something better than give it to Fievel, because that seems like a bad idea already.
Almost
What?
like it would be better than giving it to Fievel.
I'm gonna fold it up nicely and then wrap it around my scarred eyes, and so they can't see my eyes.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's got kind of a little monk vibe going on there.
Yeah.
Did you multi-class in monk without telling me?
Shit. He found out, guys.
No, that's very good. And you know what? For the emotional aspect of that act, you know what I mean? It's Rogar's sigil. You lost your eyes, you lost Rogar. I'm going to hand you 500 experience points, Tyson. Okay, I like where you're going with it. Could have you just gone on the ship and found yourself 2 different eye patches? Absolutely. Would have you looked ridiculous? For sure. But I like the way you're going with it.
Thanks, man. I just
No
want
problem.
Rogar to be remembered somehow.
I think that's an admirable goal. I think we should all remember Rogar as often as we can. And you guys are soaring towards Malvista. Now, Chomper is uber fast compared to traveling by foot or by horse, especially by cart. So within the next 3 hours, you'll be reaching Malvista well before the morning time departure of the Royale and Ari. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while you're flying?
Well, I'm a little cold, so I think I snuggle up to Fievel a little bit.
Hi. I take out my wraith cloak and I'll put it on and drape it over myself and Tyson.
Wow.
And I'll just attune
it's
to
like a
it in the
camel
meantime
costume.
as well.
Or a zebra,
No.
you're the head,
Yeah.
and he's the hump.
I'll tell Tyson no one can see us except with true sight.
Oh.
Oh, are you attuned to that wraith cloak?
I'm not.
Okay, so you're lying then.
But I believe him wholeheartedly.
Okay, I like how you believe him without him even rolling for it. The trust levels is strong with you guys.
I mean,
It's
I
all
can't see
darkness to
anything,
me. Yeah.
So the last minutes of night and the early hours of the morning pass as you guys quickly find yourselves flying up and over Malvista. What we'll do at this very moment, before you guys make your descent, your final descent, tray tables up in their upright position, seat backs up as well. That could have been said way better.
Definitely. Yeah.
No, you nailed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying.
Thank you for flying with Chomper Airlines.
Kazumbo Airlines, thank you.
I refuse to use that name. Yeah, before you guys make your descent into Malvista, what we can do is we can touch back in with Dabble Dob and Gregory, see how their night went and where they ended up staying. You ended up finding a small pub, and it was indeed filled with dwarves. However, Bogus was not there.
Bogus wasn't there?
Bogus
Hell,
wasn't
man.
there.
Like, for the whole night?
Yeah, he did not arrive.
Did I at least get some firewater?
Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
Lots?
Yeah, there's a nice dwarven barmaid who
Ooh.
pours you a couple glasses
But
of
that bank
firewater.
teller, though. Shit.
I forgot about the bank teller.
Yeah, until this moment.
I did not.
forgot about it too.
I did
How
not.
can you forget about her, man?
Yeah,
What
she
a
took our
woman.
money. Oh.
Oh God, what a cock. There are guys who are into that, eh? I watched a Vice documentary on guys who are like their sexual gratification is having these women who just like say, I'm taking your money, and they take their money.
Oh, that's weird, eh, guys?
It's like
That's so weird. And this isn't a cry for help, guys. This isn't me saying I've dug myself a hole
I'm in
too
severe
deep.
debt right now.
Okay, so there's a nice dwarven barmaid, but you're saying no.
yeah, I resist.
I resist.
She's not a succubus. She's just
I feel like
giving
you
you a
got a roll
drink.
for this. I resist.
Just giving you a drink.
Okay, I don't like dwarves anyway.
Oh, racist. Okay,
Well,
good.
no, just I won't sleep with them.
That's better.
No, like, I don't think they shouldn't have any rights. I just don't want them to use the same water fountains, and I want them to be in different schools. No, I understand where you're coming from. It's all
okay.
logical.
Same. Okay, I'm gonna grab my drink, and we're gonna go sit at an open spot.
Okay, yeah, there are...
There's no like back room or anywhere cool he'd be.
No, there's not. Bogus has just not arrived.
He's probably getting laid.
Bummer. It probably is. He's a cool guy. Just made, sweet trade.
He did.
Shit, should we look for him? Bogus?
All I can say is my vision is now blurred.
Yeah.
He's had a couple dwarven fire waters. The guy's
Yeah, the night's over. All right.
okay. There are lodgings actually down below the bar. Stone beds with many furs.
I think
candles.
Dabble Dob prefers the gutter.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm a dirty
Is there
boy.
an alley out back?
yeah, there's alleys all over the place. It's
I don't
a
want
port city.
I don't want to be late for the ship. So
So instead of sleeping in a real bed, you choose to sleep on the street.
not on the
Well, we'll
street. I want to
drunkenly stumble our way. Well, he'll drunkenly stumble, and what am I saying? I'll carry him
probably.
down to the. You want to be right at the port for daybreak?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
They're going to the beach.
There's nothing better than being wasted and just feeling the ocean air smoky in the face.
Get that on a fucking shirt right now. Because never before have I resonated with the statement so much.
Anywho, that's where we shall go.
Okay, so you have a couple drinks of dwarven firewater. Bogus Battle Branch doesn't show up. Are you getting any food while you're there?
Yeah.
Quick snack. I'll have the eggplant parm. Pete Holmes reference. And so you got your eggplant parm, you got your dwarven firewater,
I'm ready to go.
and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So you guys hit the streets. I'm assuming you're paying?
I probably should.
Yeah. Dinner was 4 silver pieces.
Dine and dash, you pussies. You're leaving the city anyway.
Oh,
4 silver pieces.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you only had 2 dwarven firewaters.
Is that all it takes?
No, it's not all it takes. I don't know why I'm assuming. I'm sorry. How many dwarven firewaters would you like to drink?
Well, I want to be hungover tomorrow, but I don't want to be too hungover.
Okay. So 4.
5. Call it 5.
I like where you're at. Okay, so then it'll be 7 silver pieces.
Easy peasy. Sold.
All right. So you hand over 7 silver pieces to the barmaid.
I'll give her a wink.
You saucy minx. Does bang tell a girl mean nothing to you?
I don't know, man.
A lot of confusion in his voice. I don't know.
What a long trip. He's gonna have plenty of time to sort it out.
Yeah.
So you guys head through the streets of Malvista. Many a person on the street at night. Sailors coming out of bars and other establishments, more seedier establishments perhaps. Women, their arms around ladies of the night. Even some children running around Malvista in the late hours of the evening.
Now, contain yourself, okay? We don't want no
Half
molesters.
robot children.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That episode of Family Guy where Brian and Stewie have kids and they're all fucking messed up because they're half dog, half person. That would be like what your children would be, but like Terminators.
Worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Sure. Let's delve into the logistics of that, shall we?
It's a good place to spend our time. So you guys head down to the docks. The docks are relatively unwalked in the evenings. A lot of the people who are working down at the docks don't stay at the docks. However, there are some ships where the crews are residents aboard the vessel. So you do see a fair amount of sailors down at the docks at this time. And you guys are just looking for a good spot to kind of hang out.
For the ocean air to smack me in the face.
So you're going to head all the way to the end of
Is
the
there a
docks.
little section of beach there for Dabble Dob to curl up on?
Malvista is more of an iron shore as opposed to a beach.
Okay, is there a rock for him to curl up
There are
on?
many rocks to curl up on. I'm just saying you can head to the very end structure of the docks where you can kind of dangle your feet at the end of the docks and you can look out at the ocean. That would be where the
Oh, with
breeze
the
is
moon reflecting. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, that's hot. Let's do that.
It's romantic.
fantastic. For a romantic time spent on the docks, I'm going to hand you each 200 experience points.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Just like Daddy drew it up.
Okay, so Dabble Dob eventually falls asleep and Gregrock, you're just going to sit and ponder existence.
I'm going to, do my power down meditation.
Fantastic. As the sun rises, you're power down, you're obviously aware of the sun rising in its full extent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As the early hours of the morning, the first hours of light arrive, the docks become much busier, kind of men getting an early start on the day. And it's at this time that overhead, very far in the sky, you do notice the outline of a large creature. To anyone else, it would look to be a bird.
I'll shake Dabble Dob and say, "Look, a bird.
Shoot it!
No, a
Shoot
plane."
Plus 100 experience points. Yes, you're correct. It is too. Well, I'm just saying, you guys know Chomper, so you know what he looks like from down on the ground. Other people could be mistaken and think that it's just a very small.
Oh, so should I holler at the pedestrians and tell them not to panic?
No one panic. That is a dragon.
Take cover. It's okay. He's with us. Everybody, try not to freak the flock.
Flock out.
Yeah, that's good. I stuck between two words there.
Don't freak the flock. Okay, we are going to. What is it that you guys would like to do? It's the early hours of the morning. Morning time on the third day, you guys are to be at the vessel.
That's what we shall do.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake Dabble Dob up, see if he needs to puke off the end of the pier.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm fine.
No, he's good. Good.
Yeah, we only have 5 dwarven
Only
firewalkers.
5. Yeah, he's good.
Peanuts.
So
Child's play.
we will make our way over to the Gambler.
The Gambler, Ari the Gambler, and his ship, the Royale. Okay, so you guys make your way towards the vessel. We are going to transition things over as you guys are walking to the vessel to Tyson McKay, and to Fievel Mazentrov, and to Chomper, the Drake. What is it that you guys would like to do? You know, it's the early hours of the morning, and you can see Malvista kind of bustling down below as the city gets into swing of another day of labor. What is it that you would like to do? How would you like to get down to the vessel?
I'm gonna say land ho because you don't actually know.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Well,
I feel the need to tell you, and maybe this is a shock and surprise, that you have been over land the entire time. This is not your first time seeing land.
Oh
In
my
fact,
God.
this town you came from was on land, and the space between the town you came from and Malvista, that was all land as well.
Wait, we were on land the whole time?
Say my apologies. Pirate Master led me wrong on the internet. All right.
Land ho is when you're seeing land for the first time after not seeing land for a little bit.
He said anytime you see a land that you've seen before, but it's been a while.
Oh.
I'm gonna write a review on his page and I'm gonna say, "You fucker, you embarrassed me in front of my DM."
Yeah, what I'm saying is you wouldn't say land ho whilst traveling over land. You would say land ho when you're on a vessel, and yes, you've seen land, so you go land ho.
Okay. I asked Fievel what that means.
Probably smart.
No time to explain. Chomper, we're gonna make a landing right in the water by the pier over there.
Can Chomper swim?
Chomper can swim. He is a huge drake. I mean, drakes sometimes even enjoy swimming.
All right.
we ain't here for pleasure. This is all business.
All right, well, you be sure to let him know that as he lands.
Chomper, no fun out there.
So where is it that you would like to land, Fievel and Chomper?
Can we see the ship that we are going on?
Yeah, correct. The Royale has, over the past 3 days, been kitted out, getting ready for its journey to the Cobalt Isles through Elathrion. So what has happened is they've actually been re-anchored, and it is currently tied up near the end of one of the docking structures, just making it easier so it doesn't have to navigate through a bunch of ships on its way out of port.
Okay, so we'll just hover down, hop on the ship real quick, and it's far enough out that if guards do come, Chomper will be long gone by the time they get there.
Okay, so you're gonna hop off while he's flapping his wings, or are you gonna let him land in the water, or what are we?
While he's flapping his wings.
Sounds good.
Ballsy.
Let's make it challenging for Tyson McKay.
Start the engine.
Fantastic. So Chomper dives towards the end of the docking structures at Malvista, and there are many cries and shouts, oohs and ahs as Chomper is flapping his wings near the dock. Luckily, the sails of the Royale are not unfurled, so there's no damage being done to the actual fabric.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness for me. I'm concerned about these things. As should you be if you're getting on this vessel.
That's what I'm saying. Thank goodness he's not wrecking the freaking ship that we just spent 3 days preparing.
Yeah. Chomper is nearly 15 feet up off the ground. It's very hard for him to hover much lower than that.
Tyson, jump!
Are we seeing this happen?
Oh, you're currently standing on the
right
dock
there?
looking at the Royale, and you're seeing, they're at the end of the dock.
Okay, and I can see how, this blind man struggling to get off a flying drake.
I mean, you don't know I'm blind.
No, he does, because you have a cloth over your eyes. Either that or you're making this more challenging for yourself on purpose.
Talon.
You guys watch this.
Hold my beer, watch this.
Yes, you do see this.
All right, well, I'll go near. I'll go closer to see what's going on.
Okay, so you go closer.
Yeah.
Now you see that Chomper, being a huge drake, three-headed, all the sailors are kind of up in arms. They're concerned with the size of Chomper and him being so close. Not many people have, none of them have seen a drake or a dragon before, let alone a three-headed one.
Are we above land right now or water?
You are above water. You're at the end of the docking.
Oh, they're above water. Okay, I don't need to catch them then. They're fine.
Yeah, we're just hopping off, Tyson, and I grab his pant leg and I say, "Let's go!" And I jump while holding onto his pant leg.
I cast stone skin on myself just in case.
Stone skin is to improve your AC. Is that not correct?
Target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, so I feel falling to the ground might be bludgeoning.
Correct, but it is water that you're falling towards.
Yeah, I don't know that though.
No, that's fair.
He hasn't explained anything to me.
No, he hasn't. He said, "Let's go, Tyson," and then he grabbed your pant leg. Fievel, you're only about 40 pounds. I'm going to need a strength check if you're trying to do anything like pull Tyson McKay off of the drake.
Come on, Tyson, quit resisting with a 2. Or wait, a 4 with my pluses.
Okay. I feel like only a nat 1 in strength from Tyson McKay could fail this.
It is a nat 1. God damn it.
So, Tyson McKay, not only are your pants ripped by Fievel as he grasps them and falls off the drake, but you are also torn from the drake, and you both tumble into the ocean, into the water.
Can I, but as I see them obviously falling, can I cast levitate on them to keep them up?
That is quite the choice there, Dabble Dob. Levitate can be used on creatures or objects.
Yeah.
That are correct. Can you cast it on more than one creature or object at once?
That's the problem.
Because that's my only concern.
Yeah.
Save
you
me!
can definitely do one.
It's one creature, one object.
Yeah.
Wait,
Now
how
we find
fat
out
are
who
you
we
guys?
like
Because I'm only 500 pounds.
Yeah, no, neither of them are 500 pounds.
Even together, they're not 500.
Fievel's 40. I just said that, which means that Tyson McKay would need to be 460 pounds to be concerned.
I'm not that overweight, okay?
They're holding on to each other.
One's holding
Fievel
on.
is hanging on to Tyson McKay's pants. He's ripped them slightly in the leg, and he's ripped him off the drake.
Well, then I'll levitate him, and he'll still be holding on.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So you cast levitate on Tyson McKay, and Tyson, you immediately feel yourself suspended midair. So not falling, but you feel a sense of weightlessness.
Do you want this?
I mean,
Well, it's not like you can ask him why he cast levitate.
If he doesn't,
Yo, do you want this? Say yes or no? Okay.
if he doesn't want this, then
I consent.
I feel like he's not in a position to be aware.
Unsuspecting.
He's unsuspecting,
Okay.
you know what I mean? And I feel like if he does choose to fight it, he can let you know right now. But he would know. He wouldn't know beforehand.
Gotcha.
I have no clue what's going on anyway, so
Okay.
I'll be more confused, but
Sure.
Tyson McKay, you are hovering, and Fievel, I'm going to need a strength check out of you so that you're not ripped. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, Tyson McKay is levitating. I feel like you need to make sure that you hang on.
That's a 16.
Okay, so you absolutely do hang on. Tyson McKay's pants just ripping a little bit more as your weight kind of pulls down on the fabric there.
They're just dangling at the end of the dock right now.
Just dangling at the end of the
Can I
dock.
reach them?
You cannot reach them, unfortunately. Unless you use one of your weapons to kind of hook them and pull them in.
I can move them.
You can move them, I know. But that sounded fun.
It did sound fun until we had a better idea.
So you're going to move them in towards the dock and drop them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna set them. I'm not gonna totally set them down politely though.
Right. So
5 feet.
So you drop them at the end of the dock, and Chomper actually is now going to, with a few more very powerful wing strokes, pull his way up into the air and disappear up into the cloud cover above. First of all, I'd like to hand you both 100 experience points for that fantastic entrance to Malvista. I'd like to hand Dabble Dob actually 300.
I was gonna say I had a
I think
part of this.
Levitate was probably the best part of that whole experience.
Nothing like 2 spells to get off a drake.
Yeah, that couldn't have been done easier, is what I'm saying. That was definitely the easiest way to do that. Okay, so all the sailors are now looking at Tyson and Fievel, and some of them are looking at Dabble Dob, but Gragrock, you're kind of
Standing in my way.
did he drop?
it's just you know how when everyone's eyes are on you and it can be embarrassing when you fucked up? You're not feeling that because you didn't mess up, and you're not feeling that because you did something really cool. Tyson doesn't feel it. because he's blind. But Fievel, you can't help but feel like everyone's eyes are on you, and it's a little bit, they're not good looks, Fievel.
I get provoked. I call Chomper down. Burn the city!
Again.
All right, so I'm on my hands and knees right now, I assume.
Yeah, you guys are just in a tumbled mess on the docks.
I'm like just scrambling. I'm out of breath. What's going on, Fievel? Where are we?
You can fly. Oh my god.
I'm actually not convinced that Fievel doesn't think that Tyson can fly.
Yeah, I don't think it's deception. I think he
really believes that. Yeah.
Oh my god. That still doesn't answer my question. Where are we? What happened?
We're in Malvista at the ship. We are ready to go off on our journey, and this crew is just giving us some weird looks right now. I don't know why. Must be because they're humans.
The racism in this game thread is strong today, boys. People are looking at me weird. Must be because they're humans. Some of them aren't human, by the way, Fievel.
I just assumed. Damn it.
At least 2 of them are a gnome and a warforged.
And they're both looking at you, probably the strangest of all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I stand up and brush myself off, and I go, are we at the ship right now? Like, are we on it?
No, we're near it, right beside it.
Dabble Dob and Gregory, you are just a few feet from Tyson and Fievel. Is there anything that you'd like to...
Seeing these guys for the first time in days. One of them seems maimed.
Are you just narrating now?
Yes.
If that's Greg Rock's new bit, I'll be so happy. What would you like to say? I'm seeing them, and for the first time in days, one seems maimed. Another adventurer, Rogar, I believe it was. Don't know where he is.
I've yet to see him. Maybe he's under the
gripping me. Though I don't have emotions, I'm starting to feel them the more that I hang around these humans. Another distressing thought that I've had recently.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, new bit.
No, so you guys are a few feet away.
I will approach.
This is that player-to-player interaction. So Greg Rock, the 7-foot-tall
fair.
metal and wood warforged, has approached and is right up in front of Tyson, McKay, and Fievel. Tyson, you obviously hear him coming. He's a loud, mechanical warforged.
Oh god, who's there?
I think we just discovered that I'm
that sex
extremely
robot.
stealthy on this last mission. So
You're saying it's a wooden dock and you're made of metal. So you're going to make a little bit of clunking sounds as you walk over the wood.
bummer. Okay. I'm gonna say, well, nice of you guys to join us. Aren't we one short?
Crag Rock, is that you?
Yes.
I hug him.
Aw.
Wow.
Tyson, I'm going to hand you 150 experience points for that.
Wow.
Wait, how can you see where he's hugging though? Is he a small
You can
little
hear
boy?
his
Yeah, I'm a
voice.
7'5", 400-pound warforged.
If he
talking
extends his
to him.
arms and takes a step forward, he's going to hit metal.
That warm feeling of metal.
Yeah. Warm feeling. Pretty sure my wingspan is like the dock, the whole dock.
So, Tyson, you hug Gragrock, the Warforged. Gragrock, you're not used to open displays of affection.
This is the first time he's ever hugged anyone, I think.
I think so.
That I
And
know of.
You're not getting a lot of physical attention from Dabble Dob.
No.
He's not a big
Anymore.
He's more of a cling to my neck and shoulders while
Yeah.
I'm transporting him places.
Yeah, exactly. He's more of an under the arm carrying the drunk
Yeah.
type of friend.
Yeah, exactly.
We get places.
Do you?
Yeah.
We get places.
Broke into a house.
Yeah.
That's a place.
That
We
is,
got there.
We got there. And back.
no, that is irrefutable logic. You are correct. 100 experience points. Well worth it. Write it down. No, write it down. That's worthy. You earned it.
I know. I'm writing it down.
Write it down again. You know what?
Now write it down again. Okay. So, Tyson, how long are you hugging Gragrock for?
For a couple seconds, just enough to say, Greg Rock, Rogar's gone.
Oh
He's
my.
dead.
Oh dear me.
What?
How did
You knew this.
Oh God. How did this come to be? What happened? He fell in battle, I assume?
All right, I release my embrace and I back up a little bit and I say, we were trying to fight this monster. It was tormenting this logging village up north.
East.
east, northeast.
Up east.
And it was too powerful, and it overtook him, and obviously overtook me, and I point at my eyes. Or the lack thereof.
What eyes?
Yeah, he said the lack thereof. Give the guy a fucking breakdown. Minus 100 experience points. He lost it.
God.
Write it down.
Right at the front.
Write it down again.
Okay, so Tyson McKay really liking the role playing coming out of you. What would you like to say, Greg Rock?
How unfortunate that one less warm body to wear some hits in the next fight coming.
I mean, honestly, Greg Rock, Rogar he has a heart. That's where he got him. So it killed him.
They killed him.
Carry.
Yes. That's why I appreciate my lack of fragile organs
And emotions.
and emotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I feel like you
metal
made this
exterior.
about you, Greg. That's okay.
Metal exterior keeps me protected from all types of pain.
Okay, General Grievous, take a step back.
I say it's unfortunate, but we'll deliver the message to the Knights of the New Moon later. We got a mission to do.
All right, sounds good. Should we get to it then? To the ship?
Yeah, I say permission to come aboard, and I'm speaking to you, Greg Rock. I'm gonna climb on you.
Well, this is a lot more attention than I'm used to.
And here I said you don't get to talk much in episodes.
Yeah.
And now no one gives a shit about Dabble Dob. Everyone wants to be Greg
If
Rock's
he
friend.
hops on my man, I'm gonna fucking take him off. Are you hopping on?
There's two sides of his head, one shoulder for each of us.
Where do I go?
Two of us, baby.
Caring, guys.
Fuck that. He's mine.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of jealousy. Do you want to talk it out, or do you want to
I'll levitate his ass again. I don't care.
Do you want
drop him in the water?
Yeah.
do you want me to carry you, Dabble Dob?
Huh?
You want me to carry you?
Hey,
My man. He carries me, man. He's
Guys, I'm big enough to carry everyone, okay? Relax.
just me. Only me.
Getting a little bit of an over-attached girlfriend vibe from you here.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not gonna hide it.
not gonna defend it.
Do you know how many years we've been doing this? Hundreds of years.
This is who I am.
This man knows no other way.
Okay, then I leave it to Dabble Dob and Fievel. How would you guys like to sort this out?
Are you hopping on him or no?
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Pulls out his spell sheet.
Okay, here we go.
Sprint toward.
Yeah, you're 5 feet away, man. You don't need to sprint.
Sprints.
You sprint towards Fievel.
Climbing on your boy.
Oh.
And I punch you.
I
fight back.
In the midst of
Okay, so they're fighting on me. I'm gonna say, all right, Tyson, you ready to get this going?
I say, stop it. This isn't what Rogar would want. We're family.
Shut up, he's
Oh,
dead.
my man.
He has no say.
If they're on me, I'm just gonna scoop up Tyson and start heading to the ship. Like,
I'm going to hand Tyson McKay 250 experience points for this isn't what Rogar would want. That's true.
yes.
And we're family, which I like. I like that statement.
As much as we're not, we are.
We're dysfunctional, but
I'm going to need you to roll me a d20, please, Dabble Dob. And Fievel, I'm going to need you to roll me a d20 as well.
A 14?
3?
Okay, so Dabble Dob, you swipe at Fievel, but with one of his 4... How do I describe mouse hands? They're
Paws?
digity, you know what I mean? Like you know how they're thin and kind of like yeah. With one of his 4 mouse hands, he grabs your punch midair and he socks you in the face.
I spit on him.
Okay, I'm not going to require a roll for that.
Yeah, thanks.
You just do it. Fievel, you're spit on by Dabble Dob.
I urinate on
Swiping
him.
away, I
Because he's
clock.
lower than me.
You urinate on him. Okay, you have the clothes on.
Okay, no, nobody's peeing on me. No. I just got some new equipment. I ain't getting it covered in urine. Not yet. They're on my back, I'm assuming.
I thought Dabble Dob was on his way up one of your up your hip.
Okay, well, I'll just grab them both by the scruff of the neck,
Yeah.
and I'll hold them out to either side.
Okay, so you have them both by the scruff of the neck. You're holding them out to either side. They're both trying to swat at each other, and one of them's urinating. What is it that you would like to do?
I'm gonna say, enough boys, and if they don't stop, I'm just gonna start walking to the ship and take this fight on board and get on our journey.
You're gonna wait till Hope Fievel stops pissing himself.
Yeah, I assume he's a small mouse, so I was assuming it wasn't a lot of pee.
Well, they've been on a drake for 3 hours.
Okay.
Got a small bladder, no doubt about it. I feel like I have to defer to him to find out how his peeing situation is going.
Okay, I'm gonna let him finish his pee.
Is that what we're
Ask
doing?
if he could
Fievel?
dunk me in the water to rinse my pants off.
No, you made your pissy pants, and now you're gonna sleep in them, buddy.
Fine.
Actually, not going to dunk him in the water.
I feel like I should, just so that we don't all
think-
have to suffer.
Yes.
I think you should dunk them both in the water.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. You know, I'm gonna say, cool off, boys, and I'm gonna dunk them both.
Oh,
Oh god, I can't swim.
I don't like that.
you don't need to know how to swim. He has the back of your neck. Also, I
What,
can see you
what was your
shaking
plan
head.
when we were jumping in the water then?
No, I'm moist. I
Yeah.
don't like being moist.
You got to make sure your herbs aren't damp.
Yeah. Come on, man.
You don't keep that in your bottom pockets. You keep that up near the heart. That's the good
I
stuff.
need to smoke.
Dunking their bottom halves.
Okay.
Hey, let's get on the ship.
So you have both of them by the scruff of the neck. You pull them both out of the water. Now you've got a dripping rat and a gnome. They're
I'm not-
both looking at you angrily.
Well,
I'd imagine. I don't know. Are you looking at each other angrily? Or are you looking
I'm
at?
still looking at you.
Oh, you're mad at Fievel. Okay.
okay, so clearly this hasn't subsided. I'm just gonna carry them to the ship and say, Tyson, you know, follow me, or like grab my hip or something.
I go for his hip.
Okay. Yeah. So you do eventually grab his hip and you walk towards the gangplank of the vessel. You have to understand that all of the sailors aboard the vessel.
Everybody's been watching.
Everyone has been watching this entire thing because a drake was hovering above the water. People fell off it. You levitated them. You brought them to the dock. There was a nice hug, which everyone thought was probably going to be the end of that. But then, no. The two smallest members ended up fighting. One urinating, both dunked in the water, and now you're carrying them both wet up onto the vessel.
Yes.
We're the heroes of Ryberry.
This is all I wanted. I just wanted to hitch a ride. So this works
1,000
out.
experience points, Tyson. I fucking love that.
We needed the punch. Don't worry, we often stumble our way through things and get out the other side.
We get places.
We get places.
So, Fievel, you are held by the scruff of the neck, and Gragrock's left hand in his right. He's got you, Dabble Dob, by the scruff of your mage's cloak, your capes.
Don't rip it.
Okay. And Tyson McKay, you're kind of hanging on to, or you got your hand on Gragrock's back as he walks up the gangplank. Standing at the gangplank, you find Ari, the ship's captain, and Amara, the blue woman, who is standing beside him. Ari looks to you and he says, "My friends, welcome back."
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
So he looks at you and he says, "You gave us quite the show down on the dock. Is this the kind of shenanigans I can expect on our way to the Cobalt Isles?"
Always.
Absolutely.
It's definitely what a ship captain likes to hear. That he's going to have difficult passengers.
We're not feel like that's what Ari actually does want to hear, though. He likes the show.
He looks at the both of you, Fievel and Dabble Dob, and he says, "You two just don't get along, eh?"
No, we get along. It's just
After
that's
we
my
don't-
shoulder to ride on, you know?
After we don't see each other for a little bit, a little scrap is it's healthy for the blood, you know?
Brothers fight.
Ari looks to you guys and he says, "Do I ever know that's the truth?" Yeah, some of my boys fight every day.
Exactly.
So you got some fighters? Maybe maybe we could fight some of them.
They don't start getting fights going, you know. Feels trained in the ways of the pit.
So Ari looks to you, Fievel, and he says, "Look, my boys are busy right now. We're preparing to make sail and get underway. But perhaps in one of the evenings you could display some of these skills you're talking about."
Fair enough.
Depending on the skill, you might not have a ship to sail after this this tickle.
Okay.
He just calls
so,
Chomper down.
Yeah. If the default, Fievel, to whenever you're losing a fight is I call Chomper down, we're going to have an issue.
I have elementals. I could, or not elementals.
No, good idea. Let's just create fire elementals and stone elementals on the boat. Ari looks to the group of you and he says, "My friends, come with me." As he walks towards the stern of the ship and up a set of stairs. There are two sets of stairs on either side of these large double doors. Up those stairs, though, you'll find that you're at the helm of the vessel. So the wheel.
He called us friends.
Yes, Tyson, he did.
You'll be the new Rogar.
Okay, we're gonna have to get someone to play Ari full time then. Are you guys following up to the helm?
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
And
I'll walk up there and drop them.
Okay. Yes. So up at the helm, Ari, the captain, claps his hand on the shoulder of a very gruff and very experienced looking sailor. He says, "I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Vane, quartermaster of the Royale."
Good to meet you, sir.
Vane looks to all of you and just kind of nods. His eyes linger over Fievel for a moment, but then he looks to Ari and he says, "Ship's almost prepared, Captain."
Nice to meet you, Mr. Vane. And I stick out my hand to shake it.
So you have
Okay.
a problem with mouse folk?
So,
Yeah.
Mr. Vane clasps your hand, Tyson, and he says, "It's a pleasure to meet you, sir."
Now I know what he feels like.
Plus 100 experience points. And you're correct, this is stackable. You can do this for every single member of the vessel. So, Ari looks and he says, "And that over there," he says, as he points to an older looking gentleman who's got wisps of white hair and a long white beard. He says, "That is Rourke, master gunner aboard my vessel. As you can see, we're outfitted for a journey like this," as he points to 4 ballista on each side of the vessel. These large dart slinging and flinging contraptions. Kind of like large crossbows for anti-vessel warfare.
You're my hero.
Okay.
That's what I say to him when
He just yells out to the ship, "You're my hero!"
and I shake his hand.
Okay, so he then points to all the other crew members, and he says, "The ship's got riggers, carpenters, able-bodied sailors, and gunners. But you're going to want to stay out of the way of most of these guys, especially when we're preparing to depart here, all right? So you can hang out in the captain's quarters if you so choose, or you can stay on the main deck, so long as you don't get in the way."
I'll try my best.
I'm just gonna go in the captain quarters.
Yeah,
as soon as we're done chatting, because I'm gonna get in the way.
I think everybody here is get in the way material, so I should probably pack it into the captain's quarters.
Okay, fantastic. Amara stays on the top deck, and she's actually going to hang out a few feet behind and to the left of the helm, just, watching the sailors prepare to depart. If you guys would like to, you can head down towards the captain's quarters where it's a little quieter. Then you don't have to be on the main deck if you don't want to.
Is it like, are we just going down, or is Ari leading us down there?
Ari is going to be ensuring that the vessel departs and gets underway.
So yeah, we'll just make our way down then. That's all he has to tell us.
Yeah, for now. Dabble Dob and Gregory, you're heading into the captain's quarters. Tyson, what would you like to do?
Or, well, Tyson's still attached to my...
Well, he's just hanging on to you.
Yeah, so I'll gesture for him to come with us. Or not gesture, I'll ask him, I guess.
Yeah, sign language isn't going to work now for this game.
I'll say, Tyson, you join us in the captain's quarters?
Absolutely. And I pull out my Centurion spear, and I
Whoa.
just use it as like a tapper in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you doing sharp
And I
end
stab him in the
or
back.
Are you doing sharp end? Are you tapping the aft of the little spear? Or are you tapping the tip?
Well, I don't want the sharp end pointing towards me.
No, but I mean, you don't have to hang on to the sharp part of the spear. You can just hang on to the pole of it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, you can hold it like in the middle of the spear.
You could.
okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. And last but not least, Fievel, where is it that you would like to reside while the ship is being prepared to sail?
I want to stay on the main deck and see what this crew's got. Just gonna watch them work.
Immediately distracting.
Fantastic.
I'll sit down and pull out a brick of cheese and just enjoy these men hard at work.
Enjoy the men hard at work. Okay, you're definitely doing that. All right. So first and foremost, Dabble Dob, Gregory, and Tyson, as you guys enter the double doors of the captain's quarters and close them behind you, the scene that greets you is kind of a musty captain's quarters. There are windows cross-hatched on the opposite side of the room, red curtains that are pulled apart at either side of a very long table. On the opposite side of it, there's a very elaborate looking chair. A couple other chairs on the opposite side of the table, on your side, for people to, sit down with the captain and speak to him. This captain's quarters is quite full to the brim of various items. There are paintings hanging on the wall, some of them just, set up against the wall on the ground. There are a couple different statues, one that looks quite old and actually kind of marbled or speckled as though it's been in the elements for a long time. And there are other items like chandeliers, chests full of books, and various other oddities in and around the captain's quarters. So if you'd like to hang out and sit down at the table, you're more than welcome to. If you want to rummage through things, I mean, you can technically do that too. It's whatever you guys would like to do.
So is there some coin lying around? Dabble Dob, fill your boots.
I was kind of interested in like a little chest full of books, see what he's got to read.
Fantastic. We will get back to you in a moment after we explain the getting underway and making preparations for sale. For sure. Sound good? Because you'll have about an hour.
I fumble around for a chair.
Good stuff. So eventually, Tyson McKay, as you walk straight forward and kind of tap your Centurion spear back and forth, you do find the legs of a chair and are able to sit quite easily. So up on the deck, you guys in the captain's quarters can hear what's being shouted or said to the crew. And Fievel, you can definitely kind of take it all in as far as what's going on. Ari crows out, "Prepare to make sail!" As the sails are unfurled, they're deep kind of red ochre color, very stark in contrast to the white sails of other vessels in and around the Royale. The crew works, and the Royale begins to exit port as the wind gusts into the sails, and the great port city of Malvista being left behind in the Royale's wake.
Can we have conversation while this is happening?
Absolutely, you can. I'm just going to explain a
Sure,
little bit
sorry.
about the vessel, and then it's all to you guys.
Sounds good.
Ari is at the helm, and his crew are hurriedly taking out his orders. The Royale is heading towards open water, and within an hour, the port of Malvista seems very small and far away. It's within this hour that Ari is busy making sail and getting the vessel underway that you guys are able to do whatever it is you'd like to do. Dabble Dob, you want to look for books in Ari's quarters, more than welcome to. Tyson, you want to have conversation, go for it. Fievel, you want to watch the man at work and eat cheese. You can do it for a full hour.
Sounds like a soft porn.
Hard at work.
If you want to get hard, watching man hard at work, you can do it, Fievel.
Okay.
While eating the brick of cheese. Don't forget
Cheese is one of nature's best aphrodisiacs. Not a lot of people know that.
Phil has no issue with that, okay?
It's a sensual food. Okay, sorry, Tyson McKay, you wanted to have conversation. So, while you guys can see out the both starboard and port side windows of the captain's quarters, and you can kind of see out the hatch glass behind, Malvista being left in the distance, what is it that you would like to talk about?
First, I ask the two of them. I say, "Are we alone? Is there anyone else in here?
Yeah, we're alone.
Just the three of us?"
Just the three of us. I start
have some
taking my pants off.
You're
Plus 100 experience points.
Why do you have pants?
They're armor pants.
Armor. They're,
Yeah. With the pants of the armor.
they're armor pants. Oh, goodness.
I would like to express my concern before we venture on this journey of our mouse folk friend.
Ooh. Okay.
You
yes, I'm
dirty piece of
listening.
shit.
Okay, Fievel, I feel the need to remind you that while all emotions are valid, you actually don't hear this going on.
There's no hole in the main deck or anything that goes right into the captain's quarters.
The captain's quarters is directly beneath the helm. There are cross-hatched open sections.
I'm
that
kidding.
kind of
Go
let some-
ahead.
Let some light in, but you're not there. You're watching the crew.
I am.
Sorry, you were saying, Tyson.
Yeah. So the mission is to get these drake eggs. Obviously,
Yes.
I don't know. He's been getting worse, guys. Ever since Rogar's death, he's been losing it. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think it's going to be a difficult thing to hand those eggs over for him, especially with Chomper being a drake that he got.
Yeah, you think he's going to keep them for himself?
I don't know what he'll do if he hatches an army of them. We're fucked.
That's 100 experience points.
I was gonna say, have you seen him control more than one beast at a time?
I haven't, but I wouldn't put it past him to try. Plus, if he has Chomper helping lead them, then I feel that they would follow another drake. I just think...
Especially one with such enhancements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just think we should keep an eye on it, and it's a concern I have,
Fair enough. Well, if I figured if anybody was to be carrying these eggs, it'd probably be me. I don't think we're going to entrust them to the small mouse folk.
That's fair. Maybe we can distract him when we go get the eggs somehow.
We'll have
can
all
do
the
that.
sailors
I can
take
do
their
that.
shirts off. And we'll just give them a shit ton of cheese. And the captain's zonked for hours.
It's a great plan.
Honestly, thanks for bringing that up, because, that's a bit of a concern if you feel that way.
Well, yeah, Tyson has kind of spent the past little bit with Fievel. And I'm not going to lie to you, things have been different, and I don't know why.
They're getting darker.
Okay. So we will definitely keep an eye out for
Yes, 'cause I can't.
mischievous actions.
Plus 100 experience points because I can't.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that to our attention. Dabble Dob, freaking focus up, buddy.
Oh, I got him. Don't worry. He's mine.
No, don't kill him.
Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do.
Any other conversation that you guys would like to have?
Yeah, I want to ask them where they've been for the last 3 days. Make your narrator voice.
As I stood there, pondering how to tell them exactly about this exciting tale of stealth and cookies. No, so we spent our 3 days completing some smaller quests for coin, if you will, to better equip ourselves for the coming adventure. One of such adventures was a B&E. Don't tell anybody. You know, we don't want to get in trouble with the law.
Guards! And here I thought I had to worry about Fievel.
Yeah, we're criminals now.
We've always been criminals, man. Come on.
Criminals masquerading as heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we broke into a wizard's house and hoped to steal or barter or just, leave with something that we wanted. And found a whole nother adventure in that house, as you could imagine. We met a new friend, Reinhardt, the monkey.
I love that guy.
He's a cool guy. He gave us what we needed in exchange for the low price of cookies for life.
Yeah, we set him up for a long time.
Like 3 to 5 years at least.
Yeah. And they have a short lifespan, so
Yeah, he'll probably be dead.
yeah.
Well, why even eat him then? Who cares?
He still wanted cookies while he's alive, man.
Because we made a friend and he keeps watch over that place. If we ever want to go back, check it out for more cool stuff.
Fair enough.
And yeah, the mission was a resounding success. We made it out with not only what we came for, but also some more.
Being a little bit elusive there.
Some more wonderful items.
Okay.
You're saying a lot without saying anything.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. And we're better off because of it.
Amen to that.
Yeah. What did you get? Well, I mean, other than
That's the
losing
destruction.
sight
Wow.
of Grogan. Was that all you guys did? Was go and
Yeah,
die?
Died, That's all
Yeah,
we did.
cool.
We just died.
That's super fun. Yeah.
No. We took up a mission with the Knights of the New Moon, and
It went horribly awry.
I mean, I don't think we technically completed the mission.
I was gonna say, could you say that you did it?
I mean, they saved the kids.
We got the
but they
kids
didn't take
back.
down the beast.
But we also lost the majority of the parents, so
All the
call
kids survived?
yeah, we think. I have no idea. I didn't check on it. We left right after we got back.
Not every child or all the kids survived. Many did, though.
That's good.
You win some, you lose some. It's all right.
You lose a lot, actually. I think we lost more than we would have seen.
Yeah, many different villagers were killed in the revolt against the Oni and the Ogrina.
Yeah.
There were 24 of them. Over 20 died. So
Yeah, we
That's
saved
tough.
16 kids, so the
it's
plus
tough
minus
when
ratio.
Fievel spends 6 turns of combat gliding towards the ground without doing a fucking thing.
Oh, God.
It's just go attacking right off the bat. That's crazy talk.
As he said before during the fight, if some people don't die, then people will just think it was too easy, so.
So you put lives on the line.
Throw a couple sacrificial lambs out there.
But yeah, that was us. We just battled last night, actually. I'm very tired.
Why don't you close your eyes and take a nap,
Yeah, well,
then, bud?
you have plenty of time
Close
to
your
rest
eyes.
up.
That's a knee slapper right there.
Minus 100 experience.
Come on.
But yeah, I take a quick snooze while I'm sitting there, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. And it was Dabble Dob, correct, that wanted to take a peek at some of the books
Yes, sir.
that were in some of the cases? Okay. So going through these chests of books...
Is it in like a fashionably order?
No.
Okay.
Very disorderly. It appears that these are just whether they came into Ari's possession How, you don't know. But it's very clear that, he's not like an avid reader.
Okay.
There are some books, one titled Pests and Rats, another titled Weather of the Oceans, Fungi of the Depths, Herbs of the Swamp. It seems like many of them are catalogs or books of reference for like a ship's captain or for, a quartermaster to have so that if the need arises, they can address a problem. Right?
Yeah.
Read the pests one. We might figure out a way to deal with Fievel.
I like that. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Plus 150 experience points.
Yeah, nailed it.
Mice technically are pests.
So yeah, I don't really like all this hate all of a sudden.
If you don't like the hate, just change yourself.
Mine wasn't out of hate. It was out of
Concern.
yeah.
And hate. I know you're out to get me.
Do you think, well, I guess maybe this is a good time for you and I to have a chat, Fable. Do you feel like this is unjust, all this conversation?
Absolutely. I think this guy's just pulling at fucking strings here, and he's just hoping, I don't know, to get an uprising within the group. He's trying to create drama that doesn't need to be there.
So you don't think that you've been different ever since Rogar's death?
Barely knew the guy.
Okay, first of all, hilarious. Plus 500 experience points. Second of all, I feel slightly concerned because I feel like you believe that you truly didn't know the guy. But I don't know what's real and what's not. So you don't feel like anything's changed since then. You feel like Tyson McKay is just crying wolf, blowing smoke.
I mean, I might be angry at the world because I'm not with my woman in the north, but that's probably just about it,
But that's an unrelated issue.
Essentially frustrated, aren't you? I mean, you're up there watching hard men at work, so I don't know what the problem is,
Yeah, so Phil, share with me your thoughts. You think Tyson's? I mean, you didn't hear any of this, but obviously you as your person playing Fievel. I mean, do you feel like it's not true? You wouldn't do anything with the Drake's eggs? You just hand them over?
Well, I mean...
Okay, so it is founded in some type of truth here.
But he doesn't know this of me.
I think you might be misremembering how much time you've spent with these guys. They know you relatively well, Phil.
He knows you borderline better than you know yourself.
Yeah, that actually might be true. And what do you mean you hate eggs?
It's just, it's just a thing I learned to do while taking time in the pit and on the Ramuski tribe,
Hating
humans.
eggs?
Yeah, humans coming over and throwing chicken eggs at us and then running away. It was awful.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there were humans so close to the Ramuski tribe. I thought you guys were pretty backwater, pretty out of the way.
That's what I thought too.
And now there's just humans showing up, throwing eggs at you.
Camping around. Hiding in the long grass.
So. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Okay, so I'm starting to feel like maybe Tyson, and again, I'm the DM, so I'm not partial in any way here, but I'm starting to feel like Tyson McKay might have a point.
That laugh says it all.
He's
crazy. He's blind. It's all going to his head.
He's crazy. He's blind. It's all going to his head. Okay. Well, I mean, we can leave that there for now. I just want to gauge your reaction, see how you were feeling about that. The answer's not good, eh? Okay, so after about an hour, Ari the gambler looks to Amara and also looks to you, Fievel, and he says, "Feel free to join me down below. I was going to explain our journey to your companions."
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I follow him.
So Amara follows too, arms crossed as she walks across the deck. And Ari...
Arms crossed, what is she pissed about now?
Uh-oh.
She's blue. Wouldn't you be pissed?
Fair enough. Continue.
We are moving forward. The double doors to the captain's quarters are thrust open as light pours into the room, and Ari walks confidently towards his desk. He claps the Warforged on the shoulder as he walks by, snapping a finger and pointing at Dabble Dob, who's looking at the books and saying, "Reading anything interesting in there, my friend?"
Trying to find a little something.
So he then looks at Tyson McKay sleeping, walks around to the other side, places both of his hands on the desk, and waits for everyone to gather around.
I will nudge Tyson awake.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'll kick the shit out of him for the conspiracies.
Yeah, well, do we need to talk about what it is that you know and don't know as a player character? Unless you gave yourself supersonic hearing with those wings and 4 arms.
That's exactly what I did.
Vibes.
Stop. I hear you writing. Stop.
All right, no, I just sit down.
I'd say, I'll tell Tyson everyone's gathered around and ready to get some info on our quest.
Okay, I'm good.
Ari looks to the group of you and he says, just in case things go awry out at sea, as you never know what's going to happen, I figured I would tell you the plan, the chart for our journey to the Cobalt Isles. He points towards the Dreyfell Ocean and he says, here is where we are. As he points, just off the coast of Malvista, the large sigil for the city embossed on the map. It's a very expansive map. It's almost the width of the table.
What's the sigil look like?
For Malvista? Yeah. Malvista's sigil is a vessel. It looks to be more in the style of a longboat with double sails.
Okay.
He gestures and points and he says, and this is Elathrion. His finger lands on a very large island, which is off the mainland. It looks quite a ways away, but the island's actually massive, very expansive. It's not small at all. It looks like it's greater than the size of the journey that you guys took from Ryberry to Malvista. It looks greater in length than that does. So it's a massive island.
Who lives on this island?
Elathrion is inhabited by many different peoples. The north and the south are very different in terms of their climate and temperatures. In the north, he points to another sigil of a city, and he says, the north is the city of Agoport, held by Vas Andras, the lord there. It is a massive city, thousands of inhabitants. Getting the shipping in and out of the city of Agoport is difficult due to the weather conditions of the northern seas, but larger vessels can certainly make it in and out, windjammers as well as galleons.
What's the point of the city? Like, why is there so many people there?
Good question. The north of Elathrion has many different commodities, can't be accessed on the mainland. First of all, King's Root, very, very common for medicinal use. Cinder Spice is made from the fire bark of trees that grows on the northern side of Elathrion. And Viper Leaf, used in potion making, is also only grown on Elathrion. In addition to that, there are mines. These are more to the interior, but water opals and white opals are mined out of Elathrion as well. So Agoport has become the main trade city there. The mainland sends many supplies, but for the most part, Agoport is self-sustaining. They don't require much from the mainland.
Cool.
What's their sigil look like?
So Agoport's sigil is a single tree. It appears on the map. It is a shield as the outline of the sigil, and then inside is a tree.
Are we expecting any resistance on our travel there? I saw those ballistas and boy, do they look fine.
Ari nods and he says, from the north, no. Usually it's just trade vessels on shipping routes from Agoport to Malvista. From the south, yes, we could expect some resistance. In the south, the waters are a different kind of treacherous, he says as he points to the southern tip of Elathrion. Pirates, my friends, under every flag imaginable. And there is a city marker at the southern tip of Elathrion as well.
What are your thoughts of becoming a pirate, Ari? Just a question.
Just a question.
Ari looks to you and he says, Tyson, my friend, I have a little bit of a checkered past here on the open seas in the Dreyfell. Perhaps it would not surprise you to know that at one point I flew under the Black Flag. But I tell you what, Agoport, under this new Vas Andras, his father was a corrupt leader. His son, however, is a little bit different. He has commissioned corsairs to hunt down pirates in the north. So, the pirates are mostly confined to the southern waters of Elathrion. Good time to get out of the business, if you know what I mean.
I'm assuming their sigils, some kind of skull and crossbones or something classic.
It is 2 daggers.
2 daggers crossed. Okay, yeah.
And
Crossed.
a serpent intertwining between them.
That's nice, yeah.
Who runs the pirate city?
Ah, there you go. The pirate city. Lawless and dangerous. Currently under the control of a pirate king named Seeger Morrow. Some call him the Cripple, but never to his face.
Whoa, that's my nickname too.
Self-proclaimed.
Maybe I am him.
No, you're definitely not. So, Ari looks to you and he says, yes, the Cripple is captain of a ship called the Grail, a 3-mast heavy frigate capable of sinking nearly any vessel in the Dreyfell.
Yeah, but is it capable of sinking a drake?
That I don't know. He is rumored to have more ballista firepower than any other vessel on the water. And, of course, he is a pirate king. He has an entire fleet at his disposal of other pirates who sail under him.
I'm still putting my money on the three-headed drake.
I love it.
Have you seen season 8 of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that
No?
was shit.
Oh god.
If you write like that, well, we're gonna go down.
He only had one head.
Yeah.
Asking for some friends of mine, Dabble Dob and Gregory, is there a bounty on this pirate?
Well, Vas Andres, leader of Agaport, has indeed put bounties out on pretty much all of the large-scale captains that roam the south. Any pirate with his head and flag brought to the leader of Agaport can be expected to receive a handsome reward. Both favors in the city, land, in residential or commercial districts, as well as coin.
Kill them all.
Yeah, we have, recently acquired some experience in chopping heads and bringing them back for bounties. It's a good bit.
The path to Seager Moro is a bloody one. I mean, he has multiple captains, very, very strong in their own regards, with ships equally as impressive as my own, very, very unique in terms of their combat and their abilities. And if even you were able to hack your way through all of his captains, you still have to deal with Seager himself. His vessel is always surrounded by an armada. At least 3 other ships protect the Grail.
Torch the sky, Fievel.
However, if
Or just come up from below. Let's do a little water walking.
the person who kills Seager Moro and brings his flag and his head to Vas Andres of Agaport, I mean, the world is your oyster at that point.
Oh. Fucking rights, let's do it.
New mission, yes. We've already got one.
We'll get there eventually. We don't have a timeline.
Nonetheless, our path is a little bit more direct, my friends. As you know, the weather to the north, unpredictable. To the south, pirates galore. So, we will be heading through Elathrion, along the Enora, a river which runs directly through. Now, most vessels don't even know about it or can't take the path, mostly because their drafts are too deep. The vessel will beach itself or scrape its hull on the river's bottom. But the Royale is a very shallow drafted ship, and so we can make our way along this path. The journey we are looking at is nearly 2 weeks to Elathrion, a single week along the Enora, and 3 up to the Cobalt Isles. He points at the map, kind of his finger tracing the route. So we are looking at 6 weeks as opposed to 8.
What's the catch?
Well, the Enora is a trusty smuggler's route, but it is not without danger. Fievel, you are correct. The banks are lined with carnivorous plants that snap up humanoids, and the river itself is full of quippers and crocs. Some of them giants.
Just stay indoors, no problem.
Never leave the boat.
Yeah, we'll just get drunk in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I'm good. I got my weed. I got my booze. We're good.
Once we reach the center of Elathrion, there are tribes which roam the forests.
Friendly tribes?
Uncontacted for the most part. Not much trade goes on there. No northerner from Agaport even dares to venture near the center of Elathrion. And of course, the southern pirates want nothing to do with the natives to the interior of the island. Warfare with them has gone poorly in the past. The tribe, by all accounts, are known as the Vega. Sometimes I have seen them on the shores. They stand in thick foliage and watch us, but make no motion or movement towards the vessel. So hopefully we pass through, either unnoticed or without care.
Are they human?
They appear to be, but there are stories that the pirates tell of spirits living within them.
Oh, wizards.
So I was looking to Dabble Dob for
I
any
didn't
comment on wizards.
know what you wanted me to say.
I was just making a joke because he has lots of spirits in him. No?
Yeah, like alcohol spirits.
No, it's
I got it. I just
No, it was very good. It was a very good 500 experience points.
write it down.
Write it down. You deserve it. Okay, so he says, and then the journey is relatively easy. There is not much poaching of vessels on the western side of Elathrion, as there is not much trade route there. So we don't really need to expect any resistance from pirates, nor really any other vessel as we move up, as he points from the exit of the Enora, towards the Cobalt Isles, as he points in the northwestern direction. The Cobalt Isles are outlined on this map, and there are 5 of them. 5 land masses, it appears.
Okay.
And what can we come to expect when we reach the Cobalt Isles?
Well, Gregory, my dear friend, that is a very good question. As I said, I've passed the Cobalt Isles many a time. I even made anchor once. Here. He points to the northernmost island, where there is a very large bay. He says, I took shelter from a storm, which was racking us from the east. But no, I have never stepped foot on the islands. Ships that have and sailors that have tell of horrors, and some of them obviously never made it off.
Let's turn around.
BS.
Yeah, so there are 5 islands in the Cobalt, and each of them has script beside it in kind of gold, very fine writing, but it is not in common, and
Dabble Dob, you ever seen this? You're a reader.
of course I have. I just read 4 books, I'll have you know. Herbs of the Swamp, Fungi of the Depths, Weather of the Oceans, and Pests and Rats. Yeah, so there is a swirling script there. Amara points to it and she says, Captain, what is the names of these islands? Ari looks to her and he says, truthfully, no one knows. I mean, we know what they are in Elvish, but as an elf hasn't been seen in Norian for centuries, no one really knows what it translates to.
Okay, sorry, I used my comment a little early there. Dabble Dob, have you ever seen this shit?
I'll kind of peek on the desk there, and I'll be like I'll read the names out, and I'll say like what each means, and I'll kind of describe how each
Looks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come on over this way then, my friend. You can take a look at the full map in its entirety, and you can let everyone know the names of the islands.
So I'll point to that one. I'll say this is Tol Adar, the Father Island. I assume it's because it's the biggest island, and this is where the gambler docked during the storm. Boys, this is Tol Gond. This is the Rock Island. As you can see, there's lots of mountains there, right? Those are mountains.
There are mountains to the northern side
To
of
the
Tol
northern
Gond.
side of the island, yeah. This is the Crescent Island, boys. I don't know much about it, but we're about to find out.
The Crescent Island is actually shaped like a crescent moon, nearly. It's not perfect, obviously, but that is the general shape that
Debatable.
it commands.
What would you describe it
It's
as?
a crescent.
No, I'm
Claw.
not going to continue that.
A claw.
Claw?
Yeah.
Okay, looks a little like a claw. You're right, but what do claws kind of look like?
No, but I mean, you got like the fucking nail part there, and then the hook.
Oh, a nail.
Yeah.
To the south of Tolkuran is an island called Tol Nirnae, is translated to mean in Elvish, Dabble Dob, to mean the Island of Tears or the Island of Lamentation.
Tyson's place.
That's where Tyson was born.
He cries a lot.
You'll notice that it is shaped somewhat like a teardrop. And the final island in the center is very, very small. It is actually just a fraction or a sliver of the size of even the second smallest island, which is Tol Nirnaeth. And that is called Tol Angband. And Tol Angband in Elvish means the Iron Prison.
All right. As I describe that island there, I'll say like to Ari, "This is the Iron Prison. Are we ever gonna end up there?"
So Ari looks to you guys and he says, my friends, this is your journey. You wanted to reach the Cobalt Isles. For what reason you have remained a little bit mysterious on.
I'll tell you.
Look.
No.
Shut up.
He says he's a liar.
Now look, I mean, depending on how we approach the islands, we could land on any one of them. Tol Angband is small, certainly, but I mean, if we need to go there, we can go there. The easiest one to dock at will be Tol Adar. That large bay will make it easy for boarding the long ships and reaching the bay. The other vessels, I mean, and I do know because I have been on the western side of the Cobalts before, you can have lots of sharp and jagged rocks in between Tol Grond and Tol Adar. On the eastern side, you just have worse weather. So, actually docking or making anchor on the eastern side at Tol Curon or Nirnaeth has been difficult in the past.
Okay.
Well, we'll just dock on the Father Island then,
Okay.
and then we can make our way to any of the other ones if we
Yeah,
have to.
I guess. So that's like 6 weeks away. Are we making the plan for approach right now?
No, you guys are just looking at the map.
Have a
Okay.
general idea, right?
Okay, yeah.
How far away were they from each other, like in feet or
The islands?
kilometers?
Good question. So Tol Curon and Nirnaeth, so the crescent and the teardrop, which is coming off of the crescent, those are actually connected. by very small sections of, like, as tides rise and fall out, you could actually debatably walk through water, and at like nearly chest or neck deep, you could walk from one to the other. There is no formal connection between Adar and Gond. At their furthest away, depending on where it is that you choose to cross, you're looking at nearly 500 meters at the widest section, and at the narrowest, you're looking at less than 100 meters. There is a section of rock outcroppings that, I mean, if you wanted, you could hop from rock to rock on your way across, but they're very jagged and looks unsafe. From east to west, so from Kuron to Adar, you're looking at nearly a kilometer and a half. Same with Nirnaeth, Tiers, and Gond Rock. In the middle, Angband is nearly 300 meters from any of the islands.
All right. I ask Amara, I say, do you have any idea where we should be looking?
We know that our thief landed on Tol Adar, as Ari has suggested. That is the easiest place to make the entrance onto the kobolds. From there, his last communication simply stated that he made his way onto Adar and into some sort of temple structure. But from there, we don't know.
Temples on uninhabited islands. This is going to be fun.
Okay. Are there any other questions that anyone has about the journey?
I think we're good.
I think I'm okay for now, yeah.
You guys did a good amount of investigating there. I'm going to hand each and every one of you 1,000 experience points for charting the course.
As my father used to say, quit crying and let's get to work.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you had a tough childhood, didn't you?
plus 200 experience. I don't know if it was tough. I think you just cried a lot. Plus 200 experience points, Tyson. I like where you're going with it. Gentlemen, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns before we leave off, I'd love to hear them.
What'd you guys do down here while I was up watching the men hard at work?
I slept.
Tyson slept. Dabble Dob did some light reading, and I supervised the kids.
Nice.
Kids, come on.
You're younger than me, don't you forget it.
I never will.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Dicey D20. It's been a pleasure. We got the band back together, boys. It's exciting.
Squad out, baby.
Squad out, absolutely.
Let's make some beautiful music.
Let's make some beautiful music together. This episode was brought to you guys by Die Hard Dice, so check out dieharddice.com for metal sets, polys, and trays, and use your discount code DiceyD20 for a toasty 15% off. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. Thanks so much for listening, and whether it was morning, evening, noon, or night, I just want to say we appreciate all the fans of Dicey D20, and can't wait to bring you guys the rest of Season 3 with all the boys rocking towards first Elathrion, through the Enora, and then towards the Cobalt Isles. So thanks so much. Take care, and have yourself a fantastic day.
Peace out.
Bye. Love you if you have all.
No.
No.